What's up, guys? Welcome to Demon Help, where I talk about coping with stuff like depression, anxiety, trauma, all these different things. Now, before I jump right into this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story about myself. Now, growing up, when I was younger, like really young, I didn't exactly grow up in the best of surroundings. It wasn't specifically my living situation, but it was the neighborhood I grew up in and stuff like that. Now, from when I was 1 to 7, that's a different story. I had it pretty good living in a good neighborhood, but after that, it kind of went downhill. Like gangs everywhere, drugs everywhere, and stuff like that. Um, now, of course, I'm not trying to compare. I'm just telling my life story. I don't want you guys thinking that first off, because I know some people think that when I'm when I'm talking about this stuff, but I'm not. But anyway, guys. And seeing all this bad shit, violence and stuff like that, like all over the place growing up, even into my adulthood now, I'm 22 and I still see this shit every day, but I've learned to cope with it. I've learned to, kind of tone it out. Uh, Now, when I was about 16, I started getting into drugs, opiates, amphetamines, all that different stuff, like just about anything you can really think of I was on. I just wanted to be numb forever, like I didn't want to feel, you know. And about a year ago, I got off the one major drug that I was actually purely addicted to, like the stuff that I really kept with me, which was benzos, They turned me into a monster, really. Not necessarily a monster, but they made me have no empathy or sympathy, they made me not care. I didn't really care about anything. And I ended up losing my daughter over it too, and who was soon to be my wife at the time. Um, but, she just really wanted me to change, so I did, and it is what it is, I don't like talking about that particular part too much. But anyway, now let's get straight into the video. This is going to be coping with depression. Now, I really don't consider myself a therapist, and I'm definitely not a therapist. But this is just based on my own experiences, stuff that helped me. For instance, when you're feeling depressed, what do you usually do? You want to lay down or play some games or listen to some music or, watch a movie or something, but that's not really a good way to cope in my experience. It's different for everyone else. Don't get me wrong, but for me that wasn't exactly a good thing. What I had to do was I needed to give myself motivation. I had to go outside and talk to people, which, by the way, I still think is a terrible fucking thing to do. I hate talking to people, but you don't necessarily need to talk to them about your issues either. Just give them a simple talk. Like it gives you a distraction from what's going on in your head, basically. You can also do stuff like draw or like something productive. Something that gives you a lot of time to yourself, so you can, or a lot of time with someone else. So you can actually get a distraction from what you're going through. There's also like I don't know. You really just need a distraction. That's the basic point of this video, is coping with your depression. Now, when it comes to drug habits, the simple fact is, if you're not ready to quit, nobody else can make you quit. I would recommend quitting because it's a terrible fucking thing. In my personal experience, I personally think it's a disease rather than a habit or wanting to do it. And the only reason I say that is because the initial, like the start of it, is like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, that's a choice. But when it gets to the part of addiction, it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die if I quit this. I don't want to. I don't want to stop. Like you don't want to stop because you don't want to die, or you don't want to go through withdrawals or something like that. And to me, that's what makes it a disease. It's something that you can't really simply take away. You have to work on it. You have to like think of ways to get out of that situation. That plays into part with depression too. A lot of people who are depressed, not everyone, but a lot of people have some sort of habit, like smoking cigarettes or popping pills or just drinking way too much fucking caffeine, more than a human body can handle. Like that's me. I have coffee literally right here. But, like there's just so much stuff that you can do with your time. Really, there is. And I'm going to touch down on all these specific things like being productive, socializing. I'm going to touch down on all of these things in different videos. They're each going to have their own little video, where it's a long thing of whatever. But anyway, I hope you guys like this video, and please stay tuned for more videos. I also have two different channels, Demon Fluid and Demon Brain, the Demon Fluid one is where I just make funny, random crap, well, at least what I find funny. And it may not make you laugh, but it definitely makes me laugh, and some other people. Just some. Just some. And with Demon Brain, it's more of the serious, intelligent topics like theories, science, and stuff like that. So if you want, be sure to check out those channels too. If you go to my channel, right up on the top there will be a tab that says channels. And from there you can see my featured channels, which are my other channels. Anyway guys, if you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. As always, thank you for watching. This is Demon Help.